Alright folks, Lawfully Armed here again with another one. Today, the Vertx Long Walks fanny pack, and I'm going to be modifying this Blackhawk Stache holster with the IWB clip to fit inside the Velcro, soft female Velcro. What I'm going to do, get that out of the way. What I'm going to do is rub it down with some isopropyl alcohol after I scuff it up with one of these Velcro, or not Velcro, got Velcro. I'm going to scuff it with this sanding pad just to rough it up a little. Degrease it with the rubbing alcohol, and then put one of these Velcro double-sided tapes. It's got the 3M tape on both sides, and you've got a male and female Velcro. I'm going to stick the male side, contour it, trim it to fit to this holster, and then that way the holster will fit and stick inside the fanny pack. That way I'll have a secure draw, but then if I need to, like Red Dawn's talked about before, you need to be able to adapt stuff, so I'll be able to still peel this off and still carry the gun IWB inside a pair of jeans, as long as I can live with the rough side Velcro. If I can't, that's where this other half will come into play. We'll keep this. I'll figure out some way to make the adhesive not sticky, or maybe find a donor piece of female Velcro to stick back on there. That way I can wear it inside the waistband in regular pants, but then still be able to position it to my liking in here. Along with that, we've got spare mag, 2 Slishmans. In this backpack right now, how I've got it set up, I've got chest seal and gauze. And then in the front, you've got kind of your little knick-knack everyday pack. I can do my wallet, keys, and a headlamp in case it gets dark when I'm walking. But yeah, just playing with the idea of this Vertx Long Walks fanny pack for those walks and light hikes this spring and summer. I can tell you now, the thing I'm not crazy about is that the buckle is up at the back, even when you, like, it's not long enough to adjust it all the way to one side or the other. I wish that was the one main thing right now without a lot of miles on it that I wish I could change. You know, the bandeau bag I would have gone with, except for that they only do them in bright colors, and I think they're pretty standout, like they scream gun guy. But they have the buckle to one side or the other. Like, actually they've got a buckle on one side, like a big Fastex buckle on one side, and then the G-hook on the other. That's the only thing I would change about this, but Vertx is good about not doing overly, well, not terribly overt kit, and then they're good about changing models and colors every couple of years so that they don't turn into 511 pants, where you see a guy in 511 pants and you're like, oh, he's got a gun. But I'll save all that for a further video. Today's the holster. So what we'll do is we'll just, not a bunch, but we're going to lightly scuff that holster just so that 3M tape has something to stick to. I've already done this with another holster and tried it for a couple days and decided that the 19 was just a little more than what I wanted to stick in here. We're not trying to like mar it necessarily. We're just wanting to give something for that double-sided, or that 3M tape to stick to. Not double-sided necessarily, but the adhesive of that tape to stick to. I just kind of want to rough it up a little. Because I'll press it on there and get all those nooks and crannies filled in. I'm sure that is probably graping everyone's ears. I apologize. Fanny packs are in vogue right now, and I figure I shouldn't pass up on an opportunity to carry more comfortably more kit on me in athleisure attire. It's also another way to like quickly grab and go with some extra stuff. I had thought about, if this didn't work out as being kind of an EDC option, it would be a way to have kind of a grab and go bag in the car for ample medical. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of this for a minute. Now we'll just saturate the holster, get all the oil and any accumulated sweat. I haven't really carried this gun since last summer. Between losing some weight and it being big gun weather, it's been sitting at home as the spare, ready to go in the safe. Try to be sure that the stuff that the handguns that are ready to go, that are loaded, stay loaded and are in the holster where they can be safely grabbed, grab and go ready, if you will. We'll go ahead and wipe the schmutz off this side too, in case any of that. Kind of blow that out. It's good to maintain your holsters. Check them out once in a while. Make sure that all your hardware fasteners are tight. You hadn't lost nuts or screws, haven't backed off. Keep thread locker on those, on that hardware. Same with your tension adjustment, if you've got those. So I can tell you, many years ago I was at work one day vacuuming before we opened up. I felt like a knock on my ankle, like an acorn hit me or something. Realized it was a screw, and about the same time that I realized what it was, my holster just kind of whoop, swung in my pants. So I had to buy a new holster that day and make sure that all that was tight. I hadn't had that problem since. A little bit of thread locker goes a long ways. But the same way that you clean your guns and stuff and check them out, it's good to do with your holsters every so often. You can see now, let that dry off again, the non-sanded side it's still got that satiny finish from the factory, but now the side that we've sanded, it's got a little fuzz to it, kind of a fuzzy haze as it dries off. And that was just enough to kind of scuff it to get that to hold. What we'll do, we need the male Velcro, the more plasticky side, the hook as opposed to the loop. What we'll do is we'll position that on there where we get maximum engagement. Probably something about like that. So that way when it's stuck in there, get all the high spots and get all the maximum engagement we can. I'm thinking probably about right there. Doesn't quite get all the holster, but then that way I don't have it peeling up off that rolled edge. And then that way we get all the slide support, since most of the mass is in the slide anyways. So we'll go with something like that, and then we'll trim it down from there. Got our handy dandy Milwaukee fastback razor knife. So we'll just peel that that edge back. Yep. Try not to get fingerprints on it. We'll set that right there. And we'll just work that down. It'd help if I had like a heat gun or a hair dryer. I could go get them. I might, after this video, I might end up taking the Mrs. blow dryer to it. We're just going to kind of milk that down on there. Get it all form-fitted and tight. What I'll do now is I'll put the pistol back in there. Provide some structural rigidity. Yeah, it's going to work out nice. In fact, I kind of, for balance purposes, wish I had gone ahead and came all the way up to the end of the sweat guard, but we'll make do. I hope the audio on this video isn't total trash. The dryer's going. Worst case, it's just droning on in the back. Surely my microphone, my earbud is louder than that. Try and do this without flagging myself. I just want to milk that on and as tight as possible so that it doesn't peel back off later. Alright, I gotta turn it around to work on it some more, so we'll stick the gun in a safe direction. Always want to minimize your administrative gun handling. That trying to walk and chew bubble gum at the same time, that's when people shoot themselves. They're too good to make mistakes and they get in a hurry, coming and going with their gun or doing stuff. That is when you put yourself in peril. Can't ever be too safe. You're not too good to screw up. Alright. Just make it. This stuff's available at Walmart in the hardware section. It's 10 pound, which is plenty. I think they have a 15 pound. My store was out of stock, so I just got this 4-pack of the 10 pound. Because all it's ever going to do is just keep that oriented. It's not really under any weight pressure. It's just keeping it from rolling around and flipping around in that fanny pack. Or maybe even backpack if I decide to move it. Try and get this. Trim back off that leading edge. Oh yeah. Yeah, that glue is good and sticky. Like a mousetrap. That's pretty good. I can clean that edge up later. Make it a little more professional looking. Really what I need is like a Sharpie that would let me work that edge in better. Let's see. Well, I don't have a Sharpie handy, so the kiddo's Crayola marker will work. Really, almost like any of you guys that have ever done the leather tooling, you'll know. You're trying to get like an accurate mold, or maybe some of you guys that have dabbled in Kydex, I don't know. Of course, if I push too hard, I dig up the injection molded plastic. Yeah, I'll clean this edge up later when I get a better angle on it. But now we see the moment of truth. Bring the bando back in. Taurus GX4. Definitely an upgrade for Taurus over their previous iterations of pistols. Full disclosure, I was given that one from Taurus, but I have spent all of my own time and money shooting it, breaking it in, testing it out. And in almost 2 years of ownership and probably somewhere around 500 or 600 rounds of ammo, most of which was 124 grain ball, but probably more than 100 rounds of it has been various jacket and hollow point ammunition. Alright, I'm thinking something like that. That way one in, so under stress you grab the right one. The idea being wapow and gun. Reholster. We'll see how this works. Yeah, that's lawfully armed approved. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, like, share, and sub. Lawfully armed, out.